decision when they vote. But I thank you, Chairman. Last question.
I was just going to say to that point, there is a state budget process going on right now. And in case anybody hasn't been paying attention, I kind of referenced this earlier. One of the provisions in that state budget was something that they've alluded to around this changing of Medicaid to include kicking people off of the expansion above 100%. That's 150,000 people who gain coverage under the Medicaid expansion. So if anyone would want to try to count to 150,000, you can get back to me in about 3 weeks. But state budget processes matter as well. And right now there's a supermajority of both sides, both chambers. And so when you think about how do I advocate for those issues that I care about, it can't just be in this district or in this state house district. You have to go across state and pay attention because a lot of policy happens in Florence.
Right.
Hello, my name is Cecilia Fenoy. I'm a resident of Cleveland, Ohio, and I took my jacket off because I don't want anybody to think that because I got this jacket on Fight for 15, that that's who I'm working for, and that's why I'm up here, because I'm not. I'm going to try to be politically correct, but I probably won't.
Say it.
Let me
Say it.
say this. I'm one of 28,000 Americans, Clevelanders, that petitioned the city of Cleveland to have a minimum wage. Now, when I say, a lot of people just take that lightly. I don't. A lot of these people that came that signed the petition, they were exercised. They never had that. You know, they didn't know how important that was. And they never. Some of them even didn't want to. They won't make a difference, but it will. So they went and exercised their civic duty, according to the Constitution of the state of Ohio, and signed a petition that said, I want the right to have a $15 an hour minimum wage. Because of the way the bill was written, and I'm not going into all of that, you know, city council had to do its thing, and then they didn't want to do it, then they came back to the people that initiated, that helped get the petition. You know all about this, right? Okay. So what bothers me, and I can't get past it, and I don't know if you, and I don't think you're gonna help me get past it either, but I'm gonna still say what it is. During the time, this whole article, this whole question went before, what's his name, DeWine?
Yeah,
right. He couldn't say it was illegal. He said his opinion, which means nothing. So, now you go to the technical part. So the mayor and the city council chairman, along with their lobbyists, went to Columbus after the city of Cleveland, after the people had spoke. I don't understand that. And the next thing I know, the governor said make a bill that nobody, no city or state, no city or yeah, right, you know,
no local government,
right, had a right to make a minimum wage just for them. Now, so what does that leave the people that voted, the people that thought they were executing their civic duty and their rights according to the state constitution? That, to me, that seems a little bit like they suppressed my vote and they did it legally, and I don't think that's right. And I don't know what else I can do about it, but you here and you almost the top of the line, and I intend to keep going because I don't think that's right. I don't think that nobody has a right. When these people sign petitions and they thought they were exercising their right according to law, and then somebody else can come and say, "Oh no, you're not gonna do that. That don't count." I don't think that's right. And how can you help make this thing around right?
Well, first off, I agree that it doesn't seem right. But this is, I know it's going to sound crazy, but it goes back to who sits down in that state legislature. See, because the law says, having been a mayor, I know the law gives charter communities, which the city of Cleveland is one, Warrensville is one, certain rights to do certain things within our community. So what DeWine and the state legislature did was say, okay, we don't like that, so we're going to find some technical way to get around doing it. Now, I think that there is another way to do it. You can do a state referendum. Legally, you can do a state referendum. And if a state referendum passes, then they would have to, they would repeal the action that they've already taken. So you can do a state referendum.
No, that's fine. That's still fine. But when I talk to somebody that's 18 years old, and I persuade them when they say something like, oh, this is not gonna mean nothing. This is a prime example of them having weight for what they say. So you're saying that the only way we can do something about it is to go to,
because of the action that they've already taken. Now, had they not taken that action, but you can also do a referendum, probably, well, yeah, you have to do
we
a
can do a
state
recall too.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for listening. I don't want to seem like I wasn't accepting what you said, even though you said it.
Listen, let me just say this. I support a $15 minimum wage.
That's all.
Stephanie House is here. I didn't know she was sitting here because I said, here's your state representative right there.
That was one of the things, this is to your question. And because I am one of the state legislators, and what happened is, in lame duck session, which was the last 2 weeks, we had this debate. I was one of the individuals who voted against it, and I specifically spoke because I know people do have a right to put forth initiatives that work for the communities. But on a larger scale, this is what is happening in all across this nation. Like, we have this mindset that has taken over our state legislatures, and we are going to have to really do a lot of work to change the mindset in Columbus, because they are doing so many things to take the resources and the lifeline out of cities and communities, and hopefully we can work together to hopefully bring it forth as a statewide ballot initiative. Whatever I can do to be helpful, I will do it. It was wrong, we talked about it, but at the end of the day, like they say, elections have consequences, and we lost. I mean, we lost. I mean, we lost seats in both the Senate and the House, and we need to really turn that tide, because the people that are there now do not care, and it was very blatantly clear what all the things that happened in lame duck. So I want, on behalf of my colleagues, I want to apologize to you. I really do want to apologize to you, but please know that I am fighting for you, and whatever we can do to really bring this as a statewide initiative to overturn the actions of my colleagues, I'm willing to do that.
Okay. All right.
What about the mayor betraying the citizens of Cleveland?
Wait now. I work for the federal government. Be clear. But let me also say this. I hear what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying, but there's really, that is the person that you need to talk to. You do need to work with the state, but you also need to work with your city council people. You need to work with your communities. I mean, those are not issues that I can change, but I will help you in any way I can to make sure we get to 15. Now, I want to thank you all so much for being here. We stayed an hour over, I know, and I thank you all for sticking with me. Thank you all very much. I want to thank my staff. Thanks, everybody. Again, Leo Stream, make sure you turn in your forms.
Thank you.